Italy's far-right leader, Giorgia Meloni, and her coalition allies have met President Sergio Mattarella and say they are ready to form a government as quickly as possible.
Dunque, buongiorno a tutti.
She told President Mattarella that she was ready to become prime minister and could swiftly form a new government despite tumult within her right-wing coalition. It's after ex-prime minister Silvio Berlusconi made pro-Putin remarks. Ms. Meloni has sought to assure Italy's Western allies that nothing will change. The Brothers of Italy leader could be sworn in as early as this weekend as the country's first female prime minister and first far-right leader since World War II. She said her coalition of right-wing and far-right-wing parties was unanimous that she should lead Italy. Ukraine's president has called on the West to warn Russia not to blow up a huge dam that would flood a swathe of southern Ukraine as his forces prepare to push Moscow's troops from Kherson. President Zelensky said in a televised address that Russian forces had planted explosives inside the huge Nova Kakhovka dam, which holds back an enormous reservoir that dominates much of southern Ukraine, and were planning to blow it up to cover their retreat. The dam is under Russian occupation, but Ukrainian forces are closing in. If the Kakhovka dam were destroyed, Mr. Zelensky warned it could devastate the water supply to much of the south and leave Europe's biggest nuclear power plant at Zaporizhia without cooling water. Pakistan's election commission has disqualified ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan from holding public office in a case the former cricketer has previously described as politically motivated. Mr. Khan had been accused of not sharing details of presents from foreign dignitaries and proceeds from their alleged sale. The gifts included Rolex watches, a ring and a pair of cufflinks. His lawyers say they will challenge the Commission's verdict in the High Court. The Labour leader, Sir Keir Starmer, says Boris Johnson is unfit to rule as Prime Minister.
I want to thank my right honourable friend.
It's after Liz Truss resigned yesterday and rumours have been swirling that the former Prime Minister may make a comeback.
Colleagues, I want to thank my right honourable friend opposite.
Mr. Johnson has not yet ruled himself out, months after being forced out after a Tory revolt.
Well, I remind myself that only 3 months ago, Boris Johnson left office because most of those who were serving him on his front bench had declared that he was unfit for office. So to go from the kamikaze budget under Liz Truss back to a man that his own party has declared is unfit for office is the most powerful argument you could possibly have for a general election, so that we can put the alternative case to the country, which is stability, growth, an economy that works for everyone, rather than this chaos. We have set out that we want a fairer, greener Britain. We've set out that what that means is jobs, good jobs, secure jobs across all parts of the United Kingdom, with the infrastructure to back that up. This is a plan that actually recognises that our economy needs to work for working people.
Traders in Ghana's capital, Accra, who've been striking over high business costs and economic hardship, have decided to put their industrial action on hold. Ongoing talks aimed at resolving the dispute are being held by the government and the president of the Traditional Council. Members of the Ghanaian Union of Traders Associations say the authorities have promised to address their concerns. Footage released by NATO shows fighter jets from Italy, Poland and the United States flying in the skies over NATO's eastern flank as part of NATO's air shielding mission. The lineup of aircraft, including Italian Eurofighters, Polish F-16s and Polish MiG-29s, as well as United States F-22s. The planned one-day series of aerial manoeuvres were conducted from Lask Air Base in Poland. NATO's air shielding mission is an increased air and missile defence posture along the alliance's eastern flank, implemented in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And the US chess grandmaster Hans Niemann is suing rival Magnus Carlsen for at least $100 million after the Norwegian world champion accused him of cheating.
I think that this game is a message.
In an ongoing scandal that has rocked the chess world, Niemann is also suing website chess.com, which published a report saying he had probably cheated in more than 100 online games. Niemann says the defendants colluded to destroy his reputation and livelihood. Lawyers for chess.com say there is no merit in Niemann's allegations. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.